And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. Hope you again enjoyed the lovely Brood War OST as we are getting into our next series, into our next matchup. It is going to be, we're jumping into game 2, and you can see one of our players is already leading it 1-0, but spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Neo Humanity, we have the Chinese Terran player representing Mystery Gaming. It is Oriana. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have his opponent currently leading the series 1-0. The Vietnamese Zerg player, the King of the Sea, representing Team Gosu. It is MeomaikA. Going for the pool first. Let's go. Now, we missed out on game 1. I do know that it was around a 12-minute game, so a little bit longer than we expect a MeomaikA game to be. So you do love to see it. But I mentioned earlier that we haven't been able to cast Oriana in a long time. It's been a couple of months. It's been a couple of months since I've had the luxury of casting Oriana. I love Oriana. He's an up-and-coming player in the Chinese scene. I say up-and-coming. He's been around for a while, but he has been improving. He has been improving leaps and bounds. Leaps and bounds over the past year or so of play. And it's been really cool to see him just do even better and better and just improve over time and looks so damn good in these weekly tournaments. He has had some deep runs in this tournament series in Grand Platypus Open, but I believe he hasn't been a champion yet. And you know, it's not an easy thing to do. We can see he's already down in this series. We have seen him go toe-to-toe with MeomaikA before. I wish him the best, as in current era of StarCraft, he's going for that 2-Rex opener. And again, back when we were casting Oriana, it was before this was really too popular, before Bjorn and Mario had popularized this 2-Rax. So I'm excited to see this. Meanwhile, MeomaikA does scout. He moves out across the map. He does see the 2-Raxes on the low ground, and he responds with a fast Roach Warren. Interesting choice here. Interesting choice. Okay. Reaper arrives, and he should recognize how late the hatchery is by seeing how late the creep is. Again, this was a pool first opener. But MeomaikA always goes pool first. That's the thing. Like, he always goes for an inefficient opener just to be safe. So Oriana has to confirm to see if there's a reason for this or not. So far, good positioning from MeomaikA. Very nice queen movement there, just blocking off the ramp, not allowing these Reapers pass. Not yet. Oh, but the queen is in a lot of trouble. We do see the roaches reveal themselves. Now Oriana's aware of what's going on. Back at home, we do have a Marauder on the way. Tech Lab already done. We have a 3rd and 4th rack, so it's going to be a 4-Rax follow-up, which is scattered and confirmed by MeomaikA. He does see the additional production, and he is droning. Okay, so it looks like these roaches are just to gain map control, just to force these Reapers back. Oof. And more importantly, with these Ravagers, MeomaikA, he may be able to deny the upgrades. We go. The add-ons are looking very exposed. MeomaikA, unfortunately, a little bit supply blocked. He's able to take down the reactor. Oh, Stim is done. Sorry, Concussive Shell is done, not Stim. It does finish up just in time at Tech Lab. Well, the production here is quite exposed. Behind this, MeomaikA is droning. Rax is forced to be lifted. And fun fact, this is why when we see the Koreans defend against roaches, when they go for a 2-Rax, you throw down the bunkers in front of the production, not behind it. Just because roaches, they may not be able to kill you, but they can deny your upgrades. It can delay stim, concussive shell, combat shields, and they can disrupt your overall production capabilities as a Terran. It's just a fun fact if you're in the chat and if you open up 2-Rax. Looks like MeomaikA, though, is going to be forced back. With Concussive Shell, these Marauders are going hand. They take down the Roaches. And they're looking to take down the Ravagers as well. And there is no escaping. One Ravager will make it out, but everything else goes down. Overall, a much more efficient, I say a much more efficient trade. Pretty even trade when it comes to gases. And minerals as well. But that's why if you watch like Maru or if you watch Beyond, whenever they defend against roach rushes like this, they do throw down the bunkers in front of those Raxes just to make sure that they can get their upgrades going and maintain their production. As we do see Oriana moving out across the map, going for his own counterattack. Stim is about to kick in a couple of seconds. Oh, Ling speed isn't done, by the way. These Lings are going to get cleaned up. Uh-oh. Lings go down. The Spine Crawler will be cancelled as well. Not enough HP for Transfuse. There are no Transfuse available, and as a result, we do see Oriana getting almost every single Queen. Sims on forward once again. Oh, overstimming a little bit. He has to be very careful, as he will eventually get cleaned up, but he is killing so many workers, trading so well. Getting 3 drones so far, and even though he's going to get cleaned up here, he's done well for himself. As he is overextending, he's going to be bleeding out some Marauders. Very expensive losses here for Oriana. Lings are looking to chase down any more reinforcements as well. So some rough losses here from Oriana, is being forced all the way back home. And he is transitioning. So the initial timing for the Florax has come and gone. He's working on his factory, working on his starport, going to be working towards a drop timing, basically. Waiting for his medevacs, then he can be active on the map. Meanwhile, MeomaikA, he was in trouble. He lost all of his, all Queens bar 1. Lost his roaches, lost his spine crawler, but he survives, and now he can actually saturate his third base. He's working on 1-1 and Bailey Nest as well. MeomaikA is still in this. He has survived, and Oriana's going for a longer game. He's throwing down a third CC and getting the rest of his production up and running. MeomaikA has basically weathered through the storm. Here we go. Oriana going to be stimming over through the right-hand side. There's no creep to work with here, so he shouldn't take the banelings to the face. Oh god! There's not enough room! There was not enough room. It looked like Oriana had maybe rallied just a little bit too much across the map. Does bleed out some Marines. You can see MeomaikA even getting ready for a counterattack. He's looking to deny a third base if there was one. As Oriana does take an efficient fight here on the right-hand side. There's a double drop moving in towards the left. Can MeomaikA keep up? Does he have enough? Well, now it looks like he does. As the drop goes into the main base, MeomaikA was ready at the third. Just was not quite in position, but he comes in with reinforcements. And he has enough to force this back. At the same time, on the right-hand side, it looks like Oriana, he does get into the middle line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 drones going down. Good pick up here as he drops in towards the third, gets the queen. Ooh, but loses the tank. Oriana slipping up in the control a little bit. But he does get a tank up and running here on the right-hand side. Within range of the mineral line. Although it will not be enough. MeomaikA just has an overwhelming amount of Lings, as he does clean up the drops. Now MeomaikA is hurting economically. He's down in workers. He's lost a lot. But Oriana was throwing away tanks. And this, I'm a little bit concerned here for the army of Oriana, that he's been bleeding out too much. He is up in army supply, but a lot of that supply are in these medevacs that are coming back. So here we go. Oriana rotates over towards the left-hand side. Does rotate on over. He's going to be able to deny the fourth hatchery. But at the same time, MeomaikA, he doesn't care. He goes for a massive counterattack instead. Oh, the SCVs, there's no way out. The SCVs are going to be going down. At least some of them do. Oriana down to 52, but now he gets into the mineral line as well. He's annihilating the third base and the natural. MeomaikA just did not have enough back at home to defend, but he busts into the natural base of Oriana. We're in a pseudo base trade. Both players are hurting. MeomaikA is getting into the main base. He's getting on top of the production. Likewise, we have Bailings at home to defend. It looks like Oriana is losing a bit too much. Yeah, MeomaikA, he has Bailings back at home. He has defensive Bailings. With that, he can survive. Meanwhile, he's getting every single worker. Getting on top of the Marines as well. Oriana cannot push forward. He's going to try to. Liberator sieges up in the main. MeomaikA doesn't have too much anti-air. We do see Oriana racing back home just to try to save whatever he can. This is so close. He's muling, Papi. He's muling. But there are Lings at the third base as well. These 2-2 Lings from MeomaikA, they're just annihilating everything. Not going to be a good trade here for MeomaikA, but he has to be careful. But here we go, the Bailings, they do arrive. And it looks like MeomaikA has too much. Bailings are rolling on in. Good target firing. Oh, the stutter step. But Oriana, he loses the third base. He's losing the natural as well. Oriana stuck on 0 SCVs. He can only mule. And meanwhile, across the map, MeomaikA, he's also not really mining too much. This one Liberator being such a pain in MeomaikA's side. But finally, the queens are out. Finally, we can hunt this down. Again, we don't have W6 game hard, so we've had to count everything manually. But regardless, MeomaikA can just long distance mine. He has a higher worker count. He has a better economy. Queens are being brought forward here. He will eventually deal with this Lib. Alright, and when we compare the armies, do we have any Bailings available? We do have 5 Bailings with the main army of MeomaikA. 45 Lings. Anyway, here we go. Oriana pushing on forward. That's a lot of Marines. MeomaikA may just lose this space. He doesn't want to, though. He pushes in. Oh my god. Hatchery goes down. MeomaikA now down to 1 base as well. Meanwhile, Oriana has his second orbital. Doesn't have a lot of SCVs, but he has mules. Meanwhile, MeomaikA goes for another counterattack. But he wants a kill on this base. And this is still anyone's game. Okay, so it's still anyone's game because I would say that Oriana has a more efficient army. He's got Marines, he's got plenty of medevacs, he has a lot of longevity with this. He has 2 tanks now as well. He's working on a 3rd tank if he wasn't supply blocked. In a head-to-head fight, Oriana wins. MeomaikA potentially has a better economy, but he's only got 1 hatchery. Like, he doesn't have his natural yet, so long distance mining. MeomaikA, if the game goes on longer, he can recover it. Oh my god, he has Infestation, but he makes Infestors. Never mind. Suddenly, MeomaikA has the better army. Obviously, it depends on the engagement. If Oriana fights and he has tanks pre-siege and he has a good position, then Oriana can win, of course. But one wrong move, one fungal to the face, and Oriana, he will lose his bio army. He will lose everything. Oh. Speaking of, we do not have enough energy yet. We need a couple. There we go. First fungal will not connect. Second one will. And that's it. That is going to be game. The chain fungal. Every Marine goes down. Nothing is left. And now Oriana is a massive amount of trouble. He has 2 tanks. GG gets called. And MeomaikA takes the series 2-0 in a crazy game. GG. Oh my god. GG, well played. Congratulations to MeomaikA, but a shout out to Oriana as he really made Mio work for it towards the end there. But as we saw, the Fungal was the MVP. Did close it out there for Mio. Congratulations. There it is. GG, well played. And with that, MeomaikA will take the series in the end and does advance on into the next round to face off against Go Joey. Oh. And we can have a look at the brackets.